I'm not going to speak as long as she did. Friends that are visiting from outside Toronto, welcome to Toronto. I have to start using the term Toronto now. For a long, long time, I was looking at politics from the point of view of Canada, and I was told, now you gotta think locally. And it's indeed a pleasure. But it doesn't matter if you think federally, provincially, or locally. We still have a fight in our hands. We still have a struggle in our hands. The international community, after 23, 24 years, still has not stepped forward to recognize a democracy, a thriving democracy, the democracy of Somaliland. Somaliland is not thriving because the international community is there giving them a handout or giving them help. Somaliland is thriving because of the Somalilanders, and especially the Somaliland diaspora. I want to thank you for allowing me to be your friend for so many years. I can only promise you one thing. When we get to City Hall, inshallah, I will be your voice, your ears, and your heart at that place. When you want to raise your flag, when you want to have meetings, when you want to come to City Hall, my office will be your home. However, we're here tonight to celebrate a Toronto convention of the Waddani Party. I've been involved with the Somalilanders for a long time. I have not taken a part of this, that, or the other. You have to decide among yourselves which government you want and which party you want to represent you. One of the things, however, that I think is paramount and very, very important is community involvement. If you do not get involved, if you do not make a difference, if you don't support, if you don't run, and if you don't go out to vote, then you get a government that you might not like. And then you say, oh, these guys, oh, those women. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you to support a party. It's up to you to make a difference. It's up to you to get involved. And it's up to you to choose who you want elected, to democratically elect and represent you. One of the things that I will say, and I'm very proud to say, that when I was the chairman of the Parliamentary Friends of Somaliland, and then we formed the Parliamentary Friendship Association of Somaliland, we made a difference. We had visitors come up to Ottawa and meet with parliamentarians and meet with the Speaker of the House and also present to the Immigration Committee. That work has to continue. Because it's through your hard work and the different parties that come up that Somaliland will make a difference. I can only be a small voice with your help. However, I wish you all the best, all the greatest success, because I want one thing to happen within this decade, 2010, 2020. I want the international community to recognize Somaliland. I want to be there when the international community comes to Hargeisa, when we get a Canadian Prime Minister, when we get an American president that touches down in Hargeisa and says, this country is probably, if not the best country in the world, that has survived without any international help, but the best country in Africa. I've traveled Africa extensively. I've been to Nigeria, I've got friends in the Congo, I've got friends in Sudan, I've been to Ethiopia, I've been to Egypt, I've been to Libya. But there's one country that always, always, always is in my heart. And that's the Horn of Africa. And that is a country where people are friendly, they're smiling, and they're always happy. Because they go next door and they buy that flower that grows, but let's not say names. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Somaliland. Thank you for having me. Can I hear long live Somaliland? Thank you for having me. Have a good